I would much rather prefer buying Cardano's native token called ADA over Ethereum. As a matter of fact, I don't own any Ethereum because, quite frankly, I think it's kind of caca for me. Now, of course, nothing I say is financial advice nor a guarantee. But when it comes to, why I'm in the world of cryptocurrencies, it's to get potential gains. I'm not looking for like a 2 or 3x or something crazy like that. No, that's not the case. I'm looking for something that I think hypothetically has room to grow. And I do believe that Cardano's native token called ADA, even though it's relatively matured, I still think it still has some in the gas tank. Much more than Ethereum, because you think about this, right? For instance, if ADA were to go to the price of $10, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $360 billion, which, by the way, is still around $200 billion less than Ethereum's all-time high market cap. Now, by the way, $10 is around a 27x from here. But on the flip side, if you take a look at Ethereum, if Ethereum, let's say from right now, were to do a 27x in terms of price increase, at that point, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $7.7 trillion. I mean, are you kidding me? First of all, that market cap right there is bigger than the market cap of Apple and Tesla as of right now combined. I mean, can you imagine that? A market cap that's bigger than Apple and Tesla right now? That's kind of insane. Also, take this into consideration. The GDP of the UK, aka the United Kingdom, back in 2022 was around 3 trillion. So this is like a very insane amount. Do I think Ethereum can do over a 20x ever? Highly unlikely, let alone during this bull run. I mean, come on, dude. That's just so ridiculous, right? But when I take a look at ADA, very realistic for it to do over 20x. And that's why I don't own any Ethereum. And I think that choosing Cardano is only logical. I mean, you got to think about this, right? Let's say someone came up to me, hypothetically speaking, and they said, hey, you only have one shot at this. Are you going to choose ETH or Cardano's native token called ADA? This is such a no-brainer pick for me. I mean, again, right, when you take a look at ADA, much more room to grow, in my opinion. Ethereum, it just feels like a dinosaur. It feels archaic. It just kind of feels like it's out of date in terms of its fundamentals. The way I take a look at Ethereum, it's like Blockbuster. Cardano's like Netflix. You know what I mean? Ethereum's like a Nokia. Cardano's like an iPhone. I mean, you can't even compare the two. It's completely embarrassing, in my opinion. That's why I don't want to deal with Ethereum. Now, a lot of my friends like to give me flack for this, though. They're saying, oh, wow, man, why don't you own any Ethereum? It's so amazing. Ethereum having a big ecosystem, that's not going to benefit me right now. Sure, if I got into it like years ago, fine. But come on, I'm not going to choose Ethereum in this day and age. This makes no sense. If someone's like, hey, dude, you only have one chance to meet a quarterback that you like, either Tom Brady or Baker Mayfield, why would I do that? Why would I choose Baker Mayfield? That makes no sense. That's not even in the table. That's not even an option. Tom Brady, that's like Cardano. Things got so bad, in my opinion, for Ethereum, hypothetically speaking, that, you take a look at one of its co-founders, Charles Hoskinson. He left, and guess what? Founder of Cardano, right? You got to think about that. Why did he leave Ethereum? Now, the exact reason we may never know, but if you take a look at Ethereum again, it just kind of feels archaic, outdated. Charles Hoskinson, he's a smart guy. So if he leaves Ethereum, makes Cardano, that right there, I think showcases something that, hey, Cardano's the way to go. And I believe that because Charles Hoskinson, again, I believe him. And of course, I'll believe Cardano as well. Just a much better pick for me, really. If people want to FOMO into Ethereum right now, totally understandable. It's their choice. They can do whatever they want. Nothing I say is financial advice. But just for me, logically, nah, man, that's just not my style. I don't do that, man. I'm not into archaic layer 1 blockchains that are not scalable and have high gas fees. That's just not my jam. I like Cardano a lot better. Much like my investing strategy, it's very logical in my opinion, just dollar cost averaging. Anytime earned income, acquiring, holding, and just waiting, that's it. I'm not one of those people who, pulls up a price chart, draws a random triangle, a G-string or a thong or something like that, random underwear, and says, yeah, man, every 2 minutes, 2 hours, I don't do this. I'm a conventional guy. That's the way I view it, and that's why I choose Cardano. That's my opinion, though. And also take this into consideration. When it comes to Ethereum, sky-high gas fees. It's arguably not even scalable. I mean, come on. This is a bunch of nonsense. In 2024, we don't need this. Also in the, upcoming 2025, which is not even that far away at this point, we definitely don't need a layer 1 blockchain that's high in gas fees and very arguably not even scalable. I mean, come on. Now, naturally, do I think that Ethereum is going to disappear off into the abyss? No, I still think it's going to grow. But, in terms of its fundamentals, it kind of doesn't have a place, moving forward, in my opinion, despite its amazing ecosystem. So I kind of don't get that. But even besides that, you take this into consideration. there are many amazing AI projects that are beginning to pop up on Cardano, aka artificial intelligence projects. And every time I say this, people like to say, but yeah, don't you take a look at the AI projects on Ethereum? I mean, why would they choose Cardano? Of course, they're going to choose something better like Ethereum. It's like, come on, man. Think about this, right? If, let's say, I was a developer and I want to launch an AI project, why would I do so on Ethereum? Again, the gas fees, the scalability issues, arguably, that's just not stuff I want to deal with, especially a smaller project, let's say, that may not have the resources or the capabilities to kind of kick things off the ground, so to speak. That's going to be a big challenge. Why not just choose something like Cardano? You take a look at, again, gas fees are amazing, very scalable. It's just a much better environment, I think, for a project to be. Now, again, this is not financial advice, but that's just the way I take a look at it. So even though Ethereum is a bigger ecosystem, I think that Cardano naturally has a very high ceiling in terms of the quality of projects, because I think that fundamentally, it can just allow a project to spread its wings a lot more. That's why I love Cardano. I think it's just a much better ecosystem fundamentally, not in terms of size, but again, fundamentally, I think it's very impressive. Now, also on top of that, you consider how when it comes to Cardano, its ecosystem is not bad though, because there's currently over 2,000 projects building and thriving on Cardano, which is pretty impressive. But of course, these Ethereum fans, they may say, oh, that's peanuts compared to Ethereum. Oh, wow, that's caca. I get it. But again, Ethereum, gas fees, scalability issues, I'm not a fan of that, even despite the big ecosystem, in my opinion. So just as a logical perspective, ADA, hands down, is the winner here. And why would it not? With a bull run potentially being so amazing. I don't want to put my eggs into Ethereum at all. I don't want to put it into that basket. I'm going to put it into ADA, because think about this, right? Over 600 million crypto owners as of right now, according to Crypto.com research. That's insane. That's more than ever before in history. People may think, oh, that's kind of little, man. Take a look at how many billions of people are in the world. Oh, wow, that's not even like that much. But here's the thing. It's actually so much, because you take a look at back in the peak of the 2021 bull run, there was roughly only around 300 million crypto owners. So now we basically have doubled that amount. This bull run could be so amazing. You take a look at the Bitcoin ETF, the number of institutional investors. This bull run, I think, could be so fantastic. I think it's going to dwarf 2021, but it's really just a matter of time, in my opinion, because imagine, right, once Bitcoin goes to the price of 100,000, 150,000, man, altcoin season, that's going to Sizzler time right there, going to Applebee's. It's fantastic. But again, it's going to take quite a while, because usually, as a worst case scenario, altcoins, they've known to peak around 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event. Now, the Bitcoin halving event happened back in April, so 18 months would be actually around October of 2025, near the end of 2025, actually. But again, that's a worst case scenario. Now, even despite that, do I think that Bitcoin could reach a new all-time high this year? I think kind of highly unlikely. I'm taking a look at 2025, but again, if someone's telling me that, hey, you have around a year from right now to accumulate, two altcoins, right? Either ETH or ADA. I mean, why would I choose ETH, right? Ethereum? Nah, man, I don't want to do that. When a bull run could be this amazing, when it could be that special, I'm, of course, going to be choosing ADA all the way. Not into ETH. I mean, that's kind of caca, to be honest, for me, at least from a potential upside standpoint of view. I'm more focused on Cardano, because I think Cardano is just a very amazing layer 1 blockchain. ADA, I think, still has some of the gas tank. And again, this bull run at the price of $10 wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. With those amazing factors, I don't see why not. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.